Vedanta.
Now I got not your picture. Can you speak again, please?
Sure. Does that help?
No, not yet. One moment, please.
Okay.
Now I got you.
Okay, cool.
Good morning, good evening. Yeah. There's something coming up I would like to look at for a moment. It was touched already last meeting, I could see when people like Daphne and Barbara was just meeting, and it was so lovely, or what Yatren was sharing. And then there was a touch I could see around my head, and there's a struggle inside me around the borders which are around this, that I can't be so easy with people, and especially when people won't come from outside. Already in Neustadt, where I had 2 rooms, it was not possible to me to say you can stay overnight. There is, and yeah, there is a sadness around it. Or when people meet that I can say 1.5 hours or 2 hours, then I need to lay down. And when I meet new here in Hamburg, there is a new Sangha, or I know the people long time, but when we say, oh, we like to meet, yes, I really forget that something is not like with others, I feel healthy and say yes, and in my image, I could spend the whole day, but then the borders, and I feel there's such a sorry also, or I don't know what it is. It's just to speak it maybe, and oof. Yeah. Like this. In the retreat, it was so easy, everything in one house. Then there was not this.
And yet it's like any time a thought comes that we want something to be different.
Yes.
I mean, it's really as simple as that. It's not more. And of course, then emotions will come and all the rest of it. But it's just like we don't need to run with any of that stuff anymore.
But it was so, in German, it's the name hartnäckig, something like I could not come over it, something like this.
I get it. And it's not even a question of coming over it. It's just seeing, there is an aspect of being human that loves to be sentimental, that loves all that stuff.
Again and again,
yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
Sweet in a way,
Yeah. 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 Okay. There comes some pictures, you know, what I all want and what is not possible. Yeah, just good movie. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. And in between, I really touch again and again. The most beautiful is just wherever I am, just when this quietness comes, you know, we can't do it, but when it comes and then everything is fine as it is, I know. Yeah. 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 Mm. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Afia.
Okay, so I'm doing the question anyway, although it falls away when I sit with you, of course. But there's a thing around is it helpful to feel the pain of the world, of everyone, or is there a helpful way? Somehow I sense there is, but I'm not sure. I wonder how you see it.
You know, my circumstances far out. I'm here in the house with 3 young kids and another young kid downstairs. That's oftentimes there's 4 kids in the house. 2 of them are at the age when they're throwing temper tantrums, like without any
Holding back.
no holding back and no rationality to it. It's just like it just it happens, or you know. And then these 2 babies that either when they're tired or you know, then they're crying. So, and I, you know, I'm dependent on my son and his partner for anywhere I want to go, and so I'm here. And so, if you ask me, does it help me to feel the pain of the kids when they're having a tantrum? Well, I don't think so. I just, I don't, I just sit, you know, it's like, it's made up. I mean, how can I say it? It's not, because the next second they can be laughing. You can, you know, like literally, you know, you just find another way in, like, oh yeah, throw a ball or something, and suddenly it's gone. Or you know, it's like it's really ephemeral. It doesn't. There's nothing real to it. So you know, with the pain of the world, we can say it looks like it's painful, but it's certainly not solid. I mean, it's like one moment there can be laughter, the next moment tears. One moment completely freaked out, and the next moment bliss. You know, it's like it's.
But isn't there like somehow an energetic residue of, for example, of all the wars?
Same thing, you know, it's like it's like we're aware, like when you meet an expression of life, whether it's a dog, a tree, you know, whatever, and you gently present with them, it's so easy that it just turns into a sweet flow, isn't it? I mean, that's my experience anyway. So, you know, I'm aware when something's going on. It's like that, but it's at the same time, and I'm not avoiding feeling it. I feel it in a certain way. I feel it, but I'm not feeling it for anything to happen. I could say like that. It's just. So your question was, were we just looking together? Yes. You know, I use this example of the kids because that's my immediate environment at the moment. But you know, also on Maui, there's like all these people whose homes have been burnt to the ground and missing family and like all that stuff. You know, it's like major trauma and everything with that. And then it's like, you have to wonder at how suddenly they made this whole big announcement, tourists shouldn't come to Maui. But now everybody, all the restaurants, everybody that was relying on tourism doesn't have work anymore. And I mean, it's the way human beings function is actually a little bit cuckoo to me. I mean, never makes much sense. But anyway, so people are trying to find, what's next, and some people are freaked behind it, and some other people seem to just one foot in front of another. So yeah, it's like if I feel the general vibration of the planet, in a way, it's like a lot of babies crying. It's I mean, just if we look at it, most people have no clue about who they are or how to relate in a way that's beautiful. I mean, not a clue, not even the beginnings of a clue. And so intimate relating is a minefield that, usually a disaster. Work is a disaster. Unless you know who you are, it is. It's like it all goes through this funny filter. So to me, it seems the best is just to really be quiet and let the love that you are just flow. But it's also always appropriate. I mean, when one of the children is having an absolute meltdown, I wouldn't dream of interfacing in a way that wasn't appropriate to that freak out. It would be definitely wouldn't work. And what's amazing is that I'm here. I could easily go back to home and it's quiet. I don't have screaming kids. It's a very different circumstances. I think it would be tricky for most people. But again, it's just somehow I set myself up to be here. This is where I am right now. Yeah. I'm not complaining at all. It's just like, I meet with some old friends like that I've known one of them for 70 years. It's amazing. And when I talk to them, they say, "Man, I can't stand more than an hour or two with my grandkids." It's like, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's about really no preference.
Yeah. I mean, it's just coming back to the simplicity. Here we are, and only interested in resting as everything. I could say it like that, and no agenda at all. No. And then it seems there's just a natural love that flows, and it doesn't have an expectation. It doesn't have a wanting. It's just.
Yeah, and I see there's some idea of the more pain I endure, the more light there will be. Something like that.
But that's a good thing to explore, and just to really look at that and see is that true, just our capacity to be in uncomfortable sensations definitely increases. But I don't think we need to look for it or run after it. Yeah. And sometimes in the midst of everything, there's just these very sweet moments that are just, yeah. But it's a good question. It's good to explore, because I think there is a lot of ideas around that.
And somehow it feels I'm dreaming. There's a lot of dreams with a lot of fear and sadness, and I see it when I don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lightness in the darkness, something like that.
It's beautiful. So there you've answered your that inquiry perfectly. It's just not engaging. It's just okay. I posted on Facebook today because I liked it a lot. Just like when death comes, in recognizing the ephemeral nature of life, just how it's a dream. It's just a dream. Leave this life like an eagle, fly, into, yeah. In a way similar to, Papaji's invitation to wake up and roar. Just recognize. Sure. When we're sitting here, it's just, feels like, how to put words on this. It's just like, beauty.
Thank you.
Michael.
Isaac.
Hey, Michael.
I have a lot of gratitude, and like since the last satsang, there's like something really hard to put words, but it's like the recognition goes, deeper, and
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
it also at the same time brought up this part that is afraid of, I think, some sort of fear of death, some sort of like deep insecurity about, physical death or something like that.
To me, I just like to keep things really simple. I know for me, at the end of the day, or whenever I take a nap, I love going to sleep, so to speak. And we have no fear of that at all. We leave everything behind. Any trouble, any upset, anything, we leave it behind, and sleep embraces us, and it's beautiful, yeah? So when people talk about a fear of death, it's never the fear of death, it's the fear of the thought of death. Somehow there's a thought that comes up around it, but it's like, where can we go? I mean, I tell you, Indian logic, because I really, Papaji would say, if you're a billionaire and you can have every pleasure known to mankind, at some point you're going to prefer sleep over all those pleasures, which proves that sleep is superior. It's Indian logic, but it's beautiful, it's true. At some point you're going to prefer sleep over any pleasure, yeah? Isn't it?
Yeah. Also looking at that part that is kind of, looking for experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt like, okay, I was looking at the spout, which is a kind of addiction or something, that needs like a hit or something.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's it's also kind of our nature to enjoy, no? It's like
Yeah. So that's it. And it's like, it seems to me that in waking state, we have the sensations of the moment. Usually those sensations are interpreted through conditioning and through trauma and all that stuff. But the actual sensations, just of being here in this moment, we can't describe them. It's changing every instant. It's just like the sensations, but we haven't been invited or conditioned to just simply enjoy the fact there's sensations. I mean, that's what the universe is to us. That's what every human being, everything is to us. It's purely sensations, not more, never more. Isn't it? That's all anyone has, is the sensations of this moment. Usually with all the interpretations, oh, it's not good, or it's not good, or it's, oh, that Andy Warhol's worth a few million, and it's like, it's I like it, I don't like it, it's just, without this I like, I don't like, what's there? It's just, and then if we go deep into, what makes something enjoyable? Like you listen to a piece of music, what makes it enjoyable? Certainly it's not the music, it's the quality of attention that we bring to it, right? Because in another moment, those same sounds can disturb us. Same thing with anything. One thought is enough that it's not enjoyable, or that it is enjoyable.
So when you say meeting the moment as the beloved, this is what you mean, or?
Yes, exactly. That word beloved is borrowed from the Sufis, meaning, it's like well, another way I speak it, this moment is as God as it gets, whatever you believe God to be, but it doesn't get more God than this, yeah? It's again just bringing a sense of humor into something that we, in a certain way, the way we've been conditioned is kind of jaded, oh, this moment, nah, I don't really, I'm kind of putting up with this moment till I get to a better moment. And most people live their whole lives like that, putting up with, and never getting around to the enjoying part. It's like, this is it, this is what we have. And enjoying is optional. I mean, what does it take to enjoy it? It's just, just thinking, sometimes, now it's quiet, man. But to have 4 kids screaming and to still be enjoying it's quite amazing.
It's like it's I guess kind of a possibility that it's easy to overlook with
Exactly. Because we haven't been brought up that way. We've been brought up with expectations and ideas of how it needs to be for us to be at ease with it. But it's not. That's all conditioning. It has nothing to do with just the simplicity of this is it.
Yeah, I kind of, have this kind of image now that we're kind of in paradise, but we keep denying it
Exactly. Yeah.
because we have an image of what life is, or what should happen, so we can be, okay.
Exactly. I was waiting for a better experience, a better moment.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I'm happy we touched upon it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you.
it's obvious when we see it, and it's so easy that a thought fools us, and somehow it's like, yeah, really, this isn't how it's supposed to be. I'm not how I'm supposed to be. You're not how you're supposed to be. It's not how it's supposed to be, and so.
Thank you for holding this meeting. It's really powerful.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for being here. Christina. Hi.
Hi. I feel really confused about when to take action, because most of the time when I'm present and feel stuff, it feels like I don't care and like I should care. And if it's like an escape of the situation sometimes. Like, how do you know when you need to draw a line or whatever?
It's a great question. Who's going to tell you that? A book? An elder? Where's that going to come from? And then, like if you want to go deeper into it, just for fun, it's like, okay, we're here. Breathing is happening. Trillions of cells doing their dance, yeah?
Mm.
A mixture of bacteria, viruses. I mean, I don't know how many life forms it expresses a human expression, but a lot. And then there's a little activity going on. I wonder what I should do right now, amidst all this other stuff going on. And somehow that's where the attention gets fixated or focused on there.
Mm.
And then the moment the attention goes there to that thought, suddenly there's discomfort and not being at ease. And then it looks like I have to answer that thought before I can be at peace.
Mm.
And yet, it's like if you look at how life moves, we're sitting somewhere, and the next thing we stand up, we go get a cup of tea, whether we need it or not, or whether we want it or not, or we. I mean, how does it all do its thing? It's like go for a walk or eat something. involved in some way with something. I mean, I don't know how it seems to you, but it's to me, it seems like, there's different interests come across our screen. You can relate to that way of speaking? Like we just here, we wake up, or whenever waking up happens, and then like, okay, now what?
Feels like something that wants to be in control.
Yeah, beautiful. So then start there, okay? So there's a movement. What is control? And who would have it? Look, so just for fun, we're here on this huge rock hurtling through space with galaxy upon galaxy upon galaxy, and this rock is spinning and turning, and there's no steering wheel and there's no brakes. So you tell me what kind of control we have.
Oh, there's lots moving.
Everything's just doing its dance. And that urge to somehow to know or to be in control, just what is it?
Or like the same thing that thinks I should have behaved differently.
Yeah. Just thoughts, ultimately.
It's like this panic or like a heartbreak or something.
Yeah.
It would just be easier, like, to know how to get it right.
Yeah, look, I understand, it's like, how will we know if we've got it right?
It's like overwhelming emotion.
Yeah. So whatever this emotion is, yeah, it's here, right? It's coming. You didn't ask for it. It's here. I was gonna ask if we can get to the bottom of this. I was gonna ask if we can get to the bottom of this, and then I realized it was the same control.
anything then.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We don't know anything. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
We don't know. But what we do know is that when we want to know, and we can't know, that doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the deepest question now is, who are you? And it's not a question for the mind that if you just speak now, forget anything you've read from anybody, and we just explore that just be with that inquiry, yeah? So at the moment emotions are coming, those emotions will pass and you'll still be here, right?
Yes.
Not the emotions. Thoughts come and go all the time, so it can't be the emotions. I mean, it can't be the thoughts.
I feel the strong sense of like quiet and peace.
Yeah. Simple.
And I feel a lot.
Say
But
again?
there's also this sense of like not being sure that that is me. Like there's something that's holding
Okay,
on.
so that not being sure. You know, another word for that is doubt. That not being sure, another word for that is doubt. So there's doubt, yeah? So now you're just with doubt and you're just looking. Doubt. What is doubt?
I don't really know, but
So so if we're trying to know,
I want to be sure.
yeah, then there'll be doubt. If you realize you don't know, then you just realize you just don't know. So now we're making a distinction between doubt and just not knowing. If there's no interest in knowing, is there doubt?
No.
No. Yeah, so you can see.
All this searching though is like to try and be sure of something.
Yeah. Well, The only good thing about that is that, you know, it's exhausting. At some point you get tired. So not bad, you know, go for it and just really try really hard, but you know, go for it totally for at least a few lifetimes.
Like the search for there being something more.
Yeah, yeah. More than what?
More than, I don't know, something to like save me from my feelings. Even all this spiritual stuff has made me go back to the same place.
So here we are. What we have is this. Now, what happens if you want something more?
This is it.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, it's weird, but it's this funny thing, you know. It's like we can conceptually recognize this is it, yeah. But what's not recognized is just the way our attention meets this moment. There's a way where our attention can meet this moment, or call it meet each other, or however you want to describe it, you know, how our attention is meeting each other in this moment. Let's just start with that. How do you sense our attention is meeting each other right now?
Feels really like free.
Free, yeah. And so when our attention meets each other like that, how is it?
This is gratitude.
so, I mean, yeah.
I feel like I don't know what's happening right now.
Oh, it's okay. We never know what's happening, so you don't need to know. I mean, you can try to know, but for sure that'll be suffering.
I feel like this sense of freedom is all I'm looking for.
Exactly. Just try something and just give yourself a hug, like just so you can feel your body and tap your arms and just tap your, yeah, just tap your, so you get a sense of touch here. Yeah. Ultimately, just to rest, and it's the most beautiful, you know. Everything else just makes trouble. Yeah, thanks. Evangelia.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Evangelia.
It's great to see you.
Thanks. Yeah, good to see you too.
So much joy when I see you, and I don't know. It's out of this world. Can't see you at the moment.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What I notice is that, like, the breath, I don't know, somehow it looks like it stops. I find this strange, but never mind. What I want to say is that I have a similar thing like Christina. I love Christina a lot. And which is like, I really enjoy this. You don't know how much I enjoy it. It's like, oh, and then at the same time, there's this bundle of past who just who doesn't let, you know, I'm not a victim, I know, but it's just, I can really feel it, that I can feel its presence. And now it sounds like I wanted to go away, but I'm just amazed. Although I enjoy this so much, it's so, I mean, there's nothing more than that. At the same time, I wonder, why is it still around? I mean, it's just in the way.
Yeah, it's I mean, and you look at what is it made of even? What is its substance? What is it?
Well, it's this pointing, you know, like it's pointing at myself, like we also do the same thing. It's the same, it's similar to that, but after this pointing in, there's only negative information there. You're not good enough.
So then you, like you just said, all that is just old thoughts, old information.
Yeah.
And
but knowing that, it still doesn't, like a card thing, it should, after you see it, it could leave, but you still believe in it in some way.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Somewhere it gets picked up. Some way it gets. Yeah.
it's fun, isn't it?
And it's amazing, yeah.
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 Okay. Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, thanks, Evangelia.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anja.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Anja.
It's a nice picture from you and the twins on Facebook. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything you want to speak, you're welcome. No need.
And maybe there's one question since the retreat coming again and again, and this is this thing with the eyes. You always said we like holes, and it's a little bit irritating because I had never the feeling I have to do something with the eyes. There's the feeling of it's a whole scene. I'm not more so concentrated on the eyes. You understand this?
Yeah, but you look at, for most people, you know, like we have however many senses we have, and the eyes are for people who have eyes, they're the most predominant. And so, you know, through the eyes is all the story of what's going on. You know, like it's like there's just a little bit of information. If you really understand how the eyes work, we only actually see a small bit. The brain fills in the rest of it. And then because it's so loaded with conditioning and interpretation, and you know, this conditioning of subject object, seeing something outside as an object, not so it's useful just to explore that, because it is one of the most predominant senses. And then at the same time, it's just light coming in, and then, you know, somehow making it mean something in a way. I like, I don't like, or
because for me it's really when I go to the eyes, I can feel that there is it's like a doing, and when for me it feels I'm sitting and I cannot say what looks and what. Yes, it's nothing in between, and it's a seeing with every cell. So it feels for me.
I understand. So
okay.
You know, for me, I just see how much of the patterns play. You know, we look, do they like me? Don't they like me? Am I okay? You know, like all coming in through the eyes. It's so much habits associated with it. And then, of course, when it gets quiet, then there's just seeing is seeing, hearing is hearing, smelling is smelling.
Yes, and the same things happens, but they have no more such a
they
meaning.
Have not, exactly. It's I don't know if you've ever been to those rides, you know, like sometimes you go to a fair or something, and you get into like a box with a bunch of seats, and then they project a movie on it, and then the box moves, and sometimes I'll have a movie of a roller coaster or something, you know, like, and it's like you're on the roller coaster just from watching these pictures.
Yes.
And the suggestion of movement of the box or whatever it is. But it's I also experimented sometimes going onto a really big roller coaster and just closing my eyes, and it's not scary at all. You're just there, and there's things. It's nothing. Anyway. Yeah. Thanks, Antje.
Thanks, Isaac.
Katerina.
Thank you.
Hi.
I would love to address something. I'm meeting a pattern of not feeling wanted. At the moment, it is with the person I'm living at his house, but I know it's so much deeper. I know yesterday I got this feeling of, I must have felt like this already, like a child, of really like not being welcomed by the world, kind of. And yeah, and it creates so much movements of, wanting to run away, wanting to be independent, wanting to leave the situation. And I think it's all my life that it's running.
So let's just see, in this second, is it running?
No, with you, it's not running.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a feeling. That's all. Based on all the information. And is it useful to give it attention and to go with it in any way?
Well, it's coming up in the relating, and then it triggers, and then it's like, how can I come back to peace?
Yeah.
Like my system is looking for a solution because it feels like war, or like it feels like, this could get really uncomfortable here, so I might better leave.
Yeah.
I might better run away or disappear. It creates all these things in my body. Like I want to disappear.
Just for fun, let's go to gallery view for a second. If you have a screen that's big enough to see everybody. How many people know that feeling of not feeling wanted? Or I tell you, everybody has it to some extent. Yeah, it's a funny movie. And so, what's the other side of that in you, where something plays in you that is relating to life, whether it's wanted or not? So at the moment, you could say there's measuring life by whether you want it or not. It's an interesting filter, yeah?
Yeah, but when you spoke about the kids, the children being able to just, like I feel anger coming up, but I know I'm an adult and it's not useful to move into anger and express it, like throw it around. And
so we just know what that here now. We're just looking at this filter. It's a filter of looking to see, like the fly now.
It's what?
There's a fly flying around you, right?
Yeah, many flies.
Many flies, yeah, okay. And I don't know if a fly has a sense of being wanted or not wanted.
Yeah, but she catches the energy of being chased away.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop her.
No.
No, she doesn't take it personally.
Mm.
So you here, and then somewhere there's a filter of measuring whether you want it or not want it. And just to, how does that measuring work? What's it looking for? What's it based on? It's like,
When you spoke about the gentle flow before, you know, just like
yeah.
feeling like, hey, we are here, we don't have houses burned down, we, you know, appreciating life, joy,
Yes.
connection, a feeling
Yeah.
of appreciating to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an inside job in a way, you know, when we just appreciating being here. Now, if someone comes along and they say, oh, I don't like you here, what's that got to do with us? If inside yourself there's just an enjoying of the moment, it doesn't matter what someone...
Yeah, but if people come and tell you, like, you have to do it like this, you have to be like this, you don't have to be like this, it's, I mean, it's hard to stay out of reactions.
Yeah, I understand. And yet at the same time, you know, it's like, okay, if someone comes like that, okay. You know, if there's an openness, you can, but it's really, it's only worth having the conversation if you feel like if there's an openness. It's like, wow, what does it feel like to to express like that? Yeah, no right, no wrong to it, but just curious if there's an interest to see what does it feel like. I certainly lived like that in my life, a good portion of my life, telling people how they should be, and it didn't feel really good to me. But I thought it was their fault at the time. There was confusion. But in some way, it seems like your system is playing in the same realm with this person and saying, you know, you're expressing like that is not okay.
Yeah, that's the reaction. Then there comes the dislike from the other side.
Yeah, it's
and
just
that's
patterns playing with patterns. Yeah,
exactly, and it feels so like.
So, you know, either it's an opportunity or it goes in the direction of what can I do to get out of this discomfort?
But if it was a yeah, that's definitively playing. It's like, yeah, that's what I mean. My system tends to then pack, let's go, you know, I'm out of here. Because if there's no kindness here and no appreciation, why am I here? Like, I'm better off alone. But what could be the opportunity? I wonder, like just learning to give it a fuck, or
you know, it's like again, it's this funny thing. It's like, you know, we can turn that it's an opportunity into a conceptual thing, but all you notice is that there's some discomfort.
Yeah.
And then our thinking tries to help us and it doesn't help.
No.
So then the inquiry can go deeper. Okay, wow, what's actually happening in me here? The right to be me just the way I am, is it really dependent on anybody else or how they express or whatever? And then it's like, oh, I see that something in you wants me to be different. I get it, yeah. And it doesn't feel so good in me, but at the same time, it doesn't, you know, it's like, okay, I don't have to be here, I can leave. And I don't have to, I just can see, okay, look, well, is there a way to explore and play in this and take the opportunity? There's no right way or wrong way.
Yeah, it feels really strange to me to kind of having things here and now. This person doesn't want to talk, prefers not to talk. And then it's like, but then it's like pushed into the future, like, you know, because I love to have things clear in the here and now, either to talk it or to digest it, but then it's okay. But it feels like
so
it's
just in this moment, coming back to this moment.
Yes.
Do you need this person to be different to be at peace?
No, I think I need me to be different to be at peace. I know I can't change somebody else.
Okay, so you can't change anybody else.
No.
And so in this moment, just here now, what does it take to be peace itself? It seems pretty simple. No, you don't have to be different. Nothing is. It's just like just keeping quiet, not picking up a thought.
Thank you. I'm going to explore.
Beautiful. Nirma. Daphne. Samia.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Samia.
Can you speak? Because I
Sure. Does that help?
Mm. Can you speak again?
Sure. I can.
Mm. Mm. No, it's I don't know. I just don't have words. Mm.
Yeah.
I don't have words.
Yeah. It's easy.
So grateful. No. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, beauty.
Mm.
Funny.
Mm.
Bas, thank you for hosting. Thank you for beloveds for being here. Ciao.